In this problem, we need to show that two triangles are congruent, and we need to write the proof that demonstrates that. We're going to be using either the angle side angle property, so where you have a congruent side sandwiched between two congruent angles in the two triangles, or the angle angle side, where the side isn't included between the two angles. Either one works to prove that the triangles are congruent. As with any proof, I think the best first step is just to mark up your diagram, put all the information you have up there so you can have a visual representation of it, and then just try to reason it through in your own head before you write the formal statements for the proof. So let's see what we have here. It says RTS, angle RTS is a right angle, so I'll mark that. And angle RTU is a right angle, so I'll mark that. So it looks like already we've got a congruent angle here. They're both 90 degrees, so that's good. And then it says angle SRT is congruent to angle URT. So SRT is here, URT is here. So there's a second congruent angle. Now that's all the given information, so it might at first glance look like we don't have enough to make the proof here because we need a side. We do have a congruent side, and this is one of those situations where the triangles share a side, and of course a shared side like that, that side is always congruent to itself. So we have the angle, side, angle arrangement here that's going to prove triangle congruence. So let's see if we can arrange all this in a proof that makes sense. First place to start, I think, is with the given statement about these two 90-degree angles. So we're just going to put angle RTS is right, given, and angle RTU is right, and that's also given. And let's see, I suppose we should number these as well. Let me take care of that. So lines 1 and 2 show that these angles are right angles because we've been told that. That's given information. Now we actually have to go a step further and explicitly state that they're congruent. That might seem like it goes without saying, but nothing goes without saying in a proof. So I'm going to write here angle RTS is congruent to angle RTU. And the reason is, let me just move down here, is that all right angles are congruent. And this refers to lines 1 and 2. We need the information that both of these angles are right from lines 1 and 2. Okay, so we've established that one of the angles is congruent. Let's go ahead and establish that the other angle is congruent, and that's easy because that's part of the given information. So we'll say SRT is congruent to angle URT, and that's given. And then let's see, we also need to say that the side is congruent, so we can say that pretty easily. We can just write that segment RT is congruent to itself. When you say that, you're using something called the reflexive property. So if something is congruent or equals itself, that's the reflexive property. Let me just put in our little symbol for a segment up here. All right, we are ready now to say that these triangles are congruent because we have both of the angles and the side that we need to do that. So we can simply finish this proof by writing that the triangle RST is congruent to triangle RUT. The reason here is from the angle side angle property of triangle congruence, and the lines that it refers to, you want to pick out the lines that have the two angles being congruent and the segment being congruent. That would be line 3, line 4, and line 5. So the lines here are 3, 4, 5. And that should complete the proof. So that's a little bit of work with proving a triangle is congruent by angle side angle.